remember one of the biggest impacts that my big had on me was that I always felt like I had someone there for me. Growing up in my household, which was kind of hectic, there wasn't always somebody there. And my big was there for the sporting events, for proms, for graduations, for the little things, for art shows, for talent shows, for things that other kids had somebody there for them. And before her, I didn't always have somebody. And after we got together, I always had somebody there. And that is what I want to give to Jade, is to know that no matter what, she'll always have someone there.
Michael and I have had a lot of really fun experiences, and I think one of the most touching to me, or moving to me, I should say, is when he invites me to one of his school programs. And the first time he did that, and I'm sure he'll remember, he was playing the cello in school and called me and asked if I would come to the school recital. And I was so touched to do that, to be part of that side of his life. So I know he invited his Grammy and his Grampy and his mom and his dad and his sisters, and like the whole family was there, and I just felt I'm really part of that. And that was really cool. Yeah. I do remember going outside and waiting for the school bus to show up, and all the kids getting off, and there was Michael. Now I had a picture of him, so I knew what he looked like, and it was amazing. It was really one of the most nerve-wracking days of my life, really, because I've never done this before with big brothers, big sisters, and all the thoughts that go through your mind, like, what's my little gonna think of me? Are we gonna get along? Is he going to be boring? Is he going to be out of control? All of those things that cause so much anxiety that we make up in our head. But this great young man came off the bus, and I remember him, one of the first things he said to me was, how old are you? And I realized, yes, I'm a little older than your typical big brother, I guess. And my question to him was, how old do you think I am? And his response, if he remembers correctly, was 40. And I said, exactly.
So the first time we met was at the Big Brothers Big Sisters office right here in Portsmouth, and I was super nervous. I think a lot of bigs are. You're worried that you're little and you are not gonna, have this instant connection. But I would say that Jade and I had a very instant connection and friendship. She looked cool as a cucumber, like the coolest kid I've ever met in my life. But it was great, and from that day on, we kind of just really took off in sync. I've really seen Jade come out of the little shell that she had with me, and it's nice to see her trust me with everything. We talk about her family life, her school life, her friends, and it's really nice to see that every little bit she dives deeper and deeper and deeper to share in those relationships with me. So that's really special.
I wanted a big sister because I don't really have any older role models, and I just wanted to try it because I haven't done this before. I was really nervous, and I was waiting for her to come, and then she finally came in the room, and then I was just looking at her, and I was awkward, and I was sweating, and I was just so nervous to talk to her. And then when I talked to her, she was really nice. And she didn't seem as nervous as me.
Some of the things that Michael and I like to do together, first and foremost, eat. We do enjoy that. But going on adventures, we can drive to Lake Massabesic in Manchester and just take a hike around the lake and have some fun. We can drive to the seacoast and just hike along the coast. That's always fun. Just great little adventures. It's always fun. And then it's always topped off with ice cream, so that makes it all good.
Before I started spending time with Geoffrey, my grades were going down, and I wasn't really doing good at school. And then after I told him that, he started helping me with everything, and I brought all my F's up to B's and C's. One of my favorite things I've done with Geoffrey is Probably when we went to his house the first time for Christmas, and then after we played a board game, he surprised me because him and his roommate got me presents.
I honestly believe I've got like a new friend for life because of this, and it doesn't take a lot of time. That's the nice thing about this program. It's 4 hours a month, 5 hours a month, whatever we can spend together, but it's always a good, fun time, and hopefully it's making a difference in his life, because it's certainly making a difference in mine.
Jeffrey's taught me to be myself and not try to be a follower and be a leader.
Jade is pretty phenomenal. She is probably one of the smartest kids that I have ever met in my whole life. She easily lights up a whole room. Jade and I really like to just kind of hang out and enjoy each other's company. We go swimming a lot. We love to go to the trampoline park in town. We go to the libraries. Sometimes we do homework. We play chess. That's kind of our thing to do in the fall and the winter. On not great days, let's go to the library and enjoy that. We chit-chat a lot. We have a really good bond where we kind of talk about everything. There's really nothing off limits between us. Being a big sister literally means the world to me. The program changed my life over 20 years ago, and so I knew that when I was ready, it was my number one priority to become a big sister. Being a big has changed me because it's given me a sense of responsibility for somebody else, and I think what it's given me is this connection that I knew it was going to be like a life-changing event, because it was for me as a little. I guess I just never knew as a big it would have the same level of impact on like my day-to-day life. I think about Jade every day, even days I don't see her or talk to her. I talk to her mom all the time about her. It really becomes, or became for me, part of who I am.
It was the summer before I met her. This is the reason why my mom was like, hey, you should get a big sister. So I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I was very, introverted. I didn't really like going outside or anything, and I didn't want to like make new friends because we just moved. But then when I met Jo, she made me more happy, and she made me want to open up to people and have more friends and stuff. She's very, knowledgeable. She's very wise before her years. She's just, I don't know, she already knows everything there is to know. I've never got to experience having anybody like older than me, kind of like as a role model or anything really. The only person I've like had is my mom. And I don't know, she kind of gave me that, and I was really excited to have a big sister. So, yeah. If I say the name Jo, everybody knows who I'm talking about, and I think they're kind of jealous.
For anyone that's considering the Big Brother, Big Sister program, if you're considering being a big, just pick up the phone and make a phone call to the office.
It only takes one person to change somebody else's life. And that's, I think, the truest universal statement in the world.
It is so rewarding for such a little amount of time that they have to spend. And I've had friends ask me, I'd like to do that, but gosh, I don't know if I have the time to do that. Everyone has got the time to do it. And as I like to say, turn the TV off for a couple hours a month and go make a difference in somebody's life.
One person. It just takes one person to show somebody else that, the world cares and that somebody is always on their side, and that can change their life.